Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm your host, Carina Gardner. On this podcast, we're unraveling the everyday joys and dilemmas of design, making, and business. For makers who want to be designers and for designers who are makers, this is your inside scoop to help you grow your business and bring more creativity to your life. At the time of this recording, I am just finishing up a design boot camp, and one of the questions I get over and over again is, will my particular style work in the marketplace? So the answer to this is always yes. People feel like maybe the thing that they're into, that little crazy mix that you're into, isn't going to work in the marketplace. And that's just simply not true. Usually, if you like it, there are lots and lots of other people out there who also like it. So if you are that crazy person who is a photographer and you only do videos and post on cats, and all of your illustrations are on cats, guess what? There's a market for you. Okay, that's an easy one. But what if you're even more niched down to that? Okay, and we have lots of Design Suite members who are way niched down. They really are into very, very specific things. Okay, I know that those markets exist, even though they're very, very tiny. That you're going to find the right people who love your stuff. In fact, actually what happens is the more niched down you are, the better it is, because then you know your people, right? If you're only going after people who are creatives and they like the Enneagram, we have someone in our program who does something like that, like plus maybe they are introverts, like you know your people, right? So there are so many ways to go. I know for myself, like even though I design a lot of different things and I design a lot of different mediums, it really, you kind of get known for certain things. So for example, I only do florals for fabrics. Why? Because that's kind of what I got known for. Not so niche, but that's kind of what I got known for. When it comes to my silhouette projects, I got really known for my villages and my houses. And so I make a ton of those because that's what people see me doing, right? Now, those aren't super niche down. And you might say, well, everybody likes those, Carina. Actually, not everybody likes those. But like if you have a very specific style, I guarantee there's a market out there. It's just a matter of putting it in the correct marketplaces. And if you have questions about that, you can always join me for a boot camp and ask me, because I always do a 15-minute consultation. So I love this because the more I see people making and doing and creating, the more I see what the potential is out there. And I think there's sometimes not an abundance mentality like there should be for designers, that other designers can make it in the marketplace. Unless you know me, if you're in one of my programs, you know I believe there's tons and tons of room for you. And I see it all the time. I'm seeing my designers get into shops, get contracts, and it's just an amazing thing because they know that there's enough room. There's lots and lots of room for you. You just have to find kind of your niche, right? Your niche in the marketplace, and then of course be strategic about it. And the strategy part's the hard thing because so many of us are great workers. I know I always think of myself as a hard worker, but it was only in the last few years that I figured out to be strategic and work hard is really the key. And so I'd be working hard, think I was making progress, and I wasn't. I wasn't making progress. So we have to be strategic. We have to be smart about how we position our designs and how many designs we have and what kind of game we're playing. Are we playing a short-term game or are we playing a long-term game? I always think for designers, we should be playing a long-term game. I think a lot of designers aren't doing that. I think they're playing that short-term game, and I think it's detrimental. So I really, really encourage you to first recognize that there's room for you. 2, really embrace your unique style and what you have to give and what you're really, really into, okay? Because usually that's the easiest stuff for us to doodle and design because it's in our hearts, right? And finally, make sure you have an abundance mentality about things because you're going to be able to make it if you just be strategic and you work hard. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I know this is a little short episode, but I've just been really thinking about this, and I think there's some of you out here who need to hear this, that whatever style you're bringing to the table is important, good, and will allow you to make it, okay? And most of the time I see the difference between the people who make it as designers and the people who don't is just the mindset that they can make it, okay? So if that's what you need to repeat to yourself, and you need to start implementing so that you can make it. Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.